Why Arne Slot won the league was because he did not step into those quarrels, those
politics,
troubles, all those politics.
All of these guys, when you add them together, maybe one by one, they are better than each other a bit. The level at which they operate is not at the highest level.
Liverpool is not playing the football that they are known to play.
The only manager that can sort a broken hole or a broken club is Mourinho.
Having a left winger and a right winger, a solid midfield, and also replacing that centre back, and being able to instill his own tactics and let them have their own identity.
He has won the league title, so he's coming to Chelsea and telling you, do this for me, and they will do it.
This era, we don't have special players like we used to have.
Welcome to the Home Talk Podcast, brought to you by Bet Niger, your home of Bet Boom. If it is interesting conversation, if it is banter that would make your heart flutter, then you know it's on the Home Talk Podcast. Make I no waste time, make I introduce the people where we say they join me every time to bring interesting action to the world of football. I'm going to begin by my immediate right because we're gentlemen. This lady knows ball. When she begins to articulate her thoughts and express herself, you would feel that joy and the excitement. She's a white angel, aka Madrid star, the one and the only Toyo, baby. Sorry, coming from consecutive trophyless seasons.
Worry, we'll be back.
You'll be back.
Yes.
It's a normal thing. Okay, no problem. Ladies and gentlemen, this man has traveled all around the world. He flies the flag of our great country, Nigeria, everywhere you find him. Just look out for that man putting that Yoruba cap, wearing that Ankara pants, the one and the only Fabrizio Romano of Ojodu, Pujono Romano. Pooja!
Welcome to Boom.
Welcome to Boom. And ladies and gentlemen, let me clear my throat because he deserves the respect. He deserves the honor. Champions in waiting. Champions in view. And it could even be earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, he mesmerizes on the microphone when it comes to punditry in Sabiam. Commentary, number one, the one and the only Sawadinho!
Yeah, ain't coming.
Yes, there's a thin line between double and trouble.
Nah,
Be careful.
It is done.
Stay humble.
It is done.
Stay humble.
I'm not humble again.
Okay, no wahala. Make we go this break, come back. Once we come back, we'll enter straight into the conversation. No go anywhere. It's the Home Talk Podcast brought to you by Bet Niger, your home of Bet. Boom!
Bet Builder, Bet Freeze, One Up, Bet Boom. Just another reason why Bet Niger is truly number one.
Welcome back to the Home Talk Podcast brought to you by Bet Niger, your home of Bet Boom. Straight into the discussion. And the biggest conversation is the biggest league in the whole world, the English Premier League. Now,
To you.
but that's the biggest league now.
Don't worry, let's not get into that conversation.
Hey, sorry, Toyo baby. Hey, Madrid, you have no evidence to show now. 2 trophyless seasons.
That's not why we're here.
Okay, that's not why. So let's discuss why we're here now. Let's begin first with relegation. It's looking like this season, West Ham or Tottenham. For you, Sawa?
What not club have to go?
I think it will be West Ham.
Yeah.
I think it will be West Ham because they've lost 3 games on the bounce.
Yeah.
You know, and if Spurs can afford to lose one and still have their destiny in their hands, you know, in the final game of the season, you know, and I don't see Spurs, you know, bottling it on the final day of the season in front of their home fans, you know. So I think West Ham losing 3 on the bounce, I mean, it's put paid to their survival hopes, you know. They'll just have to go and come back maybe some other time. But I think it will be West Ham.
The good thing is one London team might win the title.
I think Tottenham did the right thing by bringing in De Zerbi for that stopgap because it has at least helped them, you know, energize them to an extent to be locked in to try as much as possible to avoid relegation. It's not going to be so easy. It's going to be down to the final game of the season. But that West Ham loss, losing to Arsenal, losing to Newcastle again, no, there's no coming back from that one.
The good thing about elite managers is that they are not out of job for a very long time. Xabi Alonso is going to Chelsea. Toyo baby, is this an upgrade or a downgrade? Moving from Real Madrid to Chelsea. Sorry, Chelsea fans. Moving from Real Madrid to Chelsea.
I don't want us to look at it from that angle. But yes, if you're looking at it from where it's coming from, it's a downgrade. Real Madrid to Chelsea. But Chelsea are a very, very good side. Not maybe as traditional
Very,
as...
very good.
Yes, not as traditional as Arsenal and Manchester United or even Liverpool. But they've made a name for themselves. 1-2 Champions League trophies. I think 8 Premier League titles or so. And, they are current Club World Cup champions, which they'll hold on to for the next 3 years, right? But then again, the players are where I have concern for Xabi Alonso. You look at the star-studded side at Real Madrid, it's not the same thing. And it's not the same mentality too at Chelsea. Yes, you might say the EPL is tough, yes, and and all of that. But this is going to be the first time he'll be coaching in the Premier League. And judging from the problems Maresca had before leaving, would that be the same thing where Xabi Alonso will be asking for full power, full authority, and the likes of Todd Boehly and co would be interfering and wanting to, still have their hands around decision making and all of these things. You look at players like, aside from top players like Enzo Fernandez, you also have Caicedo, you also have, who else now? Reece James, and who else? Other than that,
Cucurella.
Maybe Cucurella, and maybe Cowell. Yes, I think Cowell too is also a very good player. But aside that, you have Gittins, you have Garnacho, you have João Pedro, you have Pedro Neto. All of these guys, when you add them together, maybe one by one, they are better than each other a bit. The level at which they operate is not at the highest level. But yes, he did it at Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen is obviously not Chelsea, but they can try. He can try to instill his own pattern on them. Because if you look at what they've achieved as a collective at Chelsea, they've not achieved enough to be proud or to be rude towards Xabi Alonso. And I think that's the same thing. That's the same issue you had with Real Madrid. At Real Madrid, you have players that have won the Champions League. Xabi Alonso won only one Champions League before leaving Real Madrid. You have Vinicius who has won 2, who feels like, you should be giving me more respect. You have Kylian Mbappe who has won the World Cup. Yes, Xabi Alonso have won the World Cup, but he won the World Cup at the age of 18. You should be giving me some respect. I'm the biggest guy in world football right now, and a few other players, but Chelsea don't boast such type of players. So it looks like it will be easy for him to instill his style, teach them as he wants to. This is the style of play I want to have. This is the philosophy I want to play out at Chelsea. I think it's probably going to be easy for them to assimilate and for it to work out.
Interesting. We wish Xabi Alonso all the best and hope he will do well at Chelsea. Let's talk about the most complex match day on the final day. We have Enugu Rangers traveling to Ikorodu City. Oh, Unatisa won't call EPL. Now NPFL be the strongest too.
Okay.
First, second, third, fourth. Battle to the last.
Yes.
Now, Enugu Rangers will be traveling to Ikorodu City that has not lost at home as far back as I can remember. And they would want to do the unthinkable. Ikorodu City too, eyeing that spot that is occupied currently by Shooting Stars. Rivers United pray for things to go their way so that they would emerge triumphant. Sawadinho, do you think that there will be surprises on the final day in the NPFL?
No surprises. Rivers United are champions.
Rangers cannot go to Ikorodu City.
It will not happen.
Why
will
not?
The only way it will happen is if certain things are done behind the scene. It will never happen. Rangers will not win in Lagos. It will not happen. Rivers United will win in Port Harcourt. They are
But
champions.
Arsenal will win at Selhurst Park.
That's the Premier League.
And why will Rangers not win in?
Because it's the NPFL. There are 2 different leagues.
Yeah.
I think
it will not happen. Rivers United will win.
Ikorodu
City will win.
Shooting Stars
will most likely get a result in Mina. You understand? But I don't think they would win unless I think Niger Tornadoes, do they still have something to play for?
Yes.
Survival.
Yeah, survival.
Right? So, I mean, Ikorodu might just finish in the top 3. But Rivers United are champions already. Nothing will change. I'll be here to remind you, nothing
I think
will
if
change.
Enugu Rangers want it so much,
They will not do anything. See,
First
of all, let's leave politics aside. Now, let's forget about the fact that I said it's the NPFL. Ikorodu City play the best football in the NPFL.
No, but no denial.
If you watch them play in the league in Lagos at the Onikon,
yes, at home,
no Nigerian
goals,
NPFL team can come there and beat them on football alone. I was in their game against the last game I saw was the game against Kano Pillars, right? They were beaten fair and square. Kano Pillars was beaten fair. The Kano Pillars had Ahmed Musa. They had Rabi Ali. They were beaten fair and square. Ahmed Musa was even in awe of the football those guys play there. So on the brand of football, Ikorodu plays the best football right now.
At home.
At home. I have never been to any of their away games, but I've seen so many of their home games. They play the best brand of football right now. So I don't think any team can come there and win on football alone.
Or get a draw.
Let alone when there is something at stake for them, unless they don't want to go to Continental.
Chai.
And that day, I was privileged to sit with their, not the Kano Pillars game, the game before the Kano Pillars game that I saw. I think it was the derby against Shooting Stars, right? I was privileged to sit with their Oga and some people that I was with. And the guy this time around seemed like he wants to play in the continent. And if that disposition has not changed right now, Rangers cannot win.
Chai. Pooja, can you people help Rangers?
So if you look at it in context-wise, for Premier League, you look at Aston Villa who have nothing to play again because they are final. You have Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
But if you look at all the games, everybody have something to play
for.
Yeah.
If Ikorodu City wins, they qualify for the continent for the first time in the league after 2 years of coming to the league, of getting promoted to the league.
Wow.
For Rangers, they can win that second title in 3 years.
Yeah.
That means Ilechukwu is going to win it twice
Twice
in 3 years.
Yeah.
If you look at the other side, Rivers United is done and dusted. They're going to win that game. But if you look at the team as Ikorodu City are fighting for Shooting Stars, they're going to Niger Tornadoes. If Niger Tornadoes lose at home, they will get relegated. There will be chaos. So what they need to do is to down the line and get a result, not necessarily a win, because Shooting Stars need a win as well, outright win.
Yeah.
Because if they have a draw and of course Ikorodu City, I was saying yes now. Okay, I know they look me. So Ikorodu City will qualify. So they need outright win. So every team in that
Top four
and relegation battle needs that game on the final day.
Yeah.
Not like the Premier League. So it will be very tough. Rangers have the capability because now they know that if they draw or they win, they can win the league. But for Ikorodu City, for what they do at home, Oniko is like a fortress to Ikorodu City.
Yeah,
so I don't think
very.
they have anything tangible to do. But of course, I know that Rangers will finish second, Rivers will win, and Ikorodu City will go to the continent.
Interesting. So if you're a Nigerian, please look out for the NPFL games and enjoy the best of Nigerian
Can you
football.
sing Rangers anthem?
Eh?
Can you sing Rangers anthem?
It's Uzogbu now.
It's not.
Nzogun, okay.
How can you be a Rangers fan singing in
Nzogun, okay.
It's
Yeah,
not
we'll win
it.
the league.
That is not it. Their anthem
So
is.
we used to do
their
that
anthem
boss parade.
is
You said?
holy, 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 holy.
Is your boss even ready?
Enugu Rangers is another champion.
That's the anthem.
Our own is to come to
Eyimba
Ikorodu
is
City.
Zobu, which
Our
one
own
is
is to come to Ikorodu City and match there, flying antelopes. Now let's talk about Liverpool. Is it the lack of talent or it is a belief in that manager? It's looking like Arne Slot would continue in his position as manager of Liverpool. But the club is already in disarray. You get some things where Mo Salah done they drop. We be like, say this club, they will soon go back to the wilderness that they were in before club came and they were able to find their way out of that. Is it a belief in this manager, or if you look around, who do we get if we sack Arne Slot?
It could be a little bit of both, but at the same time, I think they did a good thing by letting Arne Slot stay. Yeah.
They did a good thing?
Yes. Look, you can hire and fire managers as you like, but getting somebody that would factor into that style or structure or the club's tradition, this is how we do things. And Jamie Carragher said something that Liverpool, they don't fire managers anyhow. They give them time. And it's true. We saw how they had time with what's the name of this guy from Leicester City then? Rodgers, even Dalglish and co. They give them time.
He's a legend. You can't put him in that box.
Well, true, but I'm just saying that at least he wasn't too successful in the second return, But then again, you look at Arne Slot, his first season he won the trophy. Yes, maybe from the Jurgen Klopp's template and all that. The following season wasn't so great, or is not too good.
It's terrible.
No, but it's going to at least qualify for the Champions League. I think that was the target given to him. If he had not made Champions League, maybe they might have just said, okay, you know what, we'll have to move on from you. But the fact that he was able to make the Champions League.
Has he made it?
He would make the Champions League.
Are you sure?
He will. It will. It's a no-brainer. It will make the Champions League spot.
Okay.
They will be at home against
Brentford.
Brentford.
They want to be in Europe as well.
I think they'll win.
And they've not been good.
I think they'll win.
The biggest problem Arne Slot has is that he stepped into those waters of having fights, picking fights with his players. That is what he avoided.
It was only Mohamed Salah.
It wasn't only Mohamed Salah. There were so many disgruntled players at Liverpool. And Robertson was one of them. The big boys were angry at Liverpool. You understand?
It's with the boys of Jurgen Klopp's boys.
What I'm saying is this. Remember last season I said this. I said why Arne Slot won the league was because he did not step into those quarrels, those troubles, all those politics with Virgil van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Mohamed Salah at the time. And he appeased everybody. He got into this season. Season has not gotten to a quarter stage. He has started calling your player celebration stupid. It was a stupid celebration from Ekitike and the rest of them when he scored in the Carabao Cup and all of that. You started insulting your players. You started benching Mohamed Salah and all of that. But that's why Mohamed Salah is dragging him. Mohamed Salah is literally saying in his interview that the guy has changed the identity of Liverpool. Liverpool is not playing the football that they are known to play. You understand? So now he's beginning to pick fights with people. I don't see him ending the next season as a Liverpool manager. I don't see him ending it. You understand? Because Liverpool, Mohamed Salah is leaving. Trent Alexander-Arnold is leaving. Who are they getting? Keke's already is a replacement for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Who is replacing Mohamed Salah? Who would want to come? You understand? And if they don't get that Champions League football, God help them. Maybe they lose to Brentford and then Bournemouth wins, because if Aston Villa finishes 4th, then it means there's no 6th place for England in the Champions League. So if Liverpool drops to 6th and Aston Villa finishes 4th, then Bournemouth goes to 5th and Liverpool is out of the UEFA Champions League, and Arne Slot will not survive it. You understand? So their only prayer now is that they get a win against Brentford, Aston Villa drops to 5th and still wins the Europa League, and then that way maybe we have a 6th slot for an English Premier League. So Arne Slot, he can't survive next season. He can't.
I think he will. I think next season is sign the players that they'll be able to sign players, replace these guys that are leaving, and get his own identity. The whole identity is still Jurgen Klopp. The players are still there, Van Dijk and co. And you're blaming him for stepping into some kind of waters. Even these old guys did not cover themselves in grace. You could see stupid, silly blunders from Virgil van Dijk. You could see Mohamed Salah was not giving you goals or assists for how long, and you expect him to continue to rub and massage their ego. Yes, maybe he made a few calls, but he's not going to be the first manager to probably throw his players under the bus. I feel come next season, having a very fit Isak, having a left winger and a right winger, a solid midfield, and also replacing that centre back, and being able to instill his own tactics and let them have their own identity, they should probably work out next season.
Mohamed Salah is not delivering, he's not benching him for Frimpong. That's a punishable offence. You can't be benching Mohamed Salah for Frimpong. That's a punishable offence. If you bench Mohamed Salah for Diaz,
was injured for a long time.
That's what I'm saying. But the games that Mohamed Salah was missing, Frimpong was the one playing up front in Mohamed Salah's wing.
All right, interesting. Hopefully, you when you stay into your crystal ball and make certain calls, they always come through. Let's see if he would finish next season as Liverpool manager. One person we are setting that would come to Real Madrid is Jose Mourinho. Pooja, you made that call too. But do you think that he's the one that would rebuild this crumbling Spanish empire? 2 consecutive seasons with no trophy. And the club is in disarray.
Zero trophy.
You have 2 players who are Kataefeing and Portable themselves in the dressing room. The problem still there. Say Mbappe thought Jude Bellingham wanted to hug him. Bellingham just looked away. You have players who are already, I heard there are WhatsApp groups. The petition still there, but they don't bring the petition down.
They don't end. Over 30 million.
Over 30 million.
Over 70 million. Which is 30 million. Over 70.
So it means that at least 70 million people are disgruntled with the way things are in that club.
With Mbappe in the club.
Do you think he's the one that would rebuild that Spanish empire?
Yes, based on antecedent and history, I think the only manager that can sort a broken home or a broken club is Mourinho. Even when he came the first time, they were not really at that top. El Clasico, they were nowhere to be found. They were beaten back to back by Lyon in the second round. They were struggling to even qualify for the quarterfinals in 4-5 seasons before Jose Mourinho. He came and he settled everything. Since then, when he left, it was just up for them. This season, it needs to come and fix, I think, 3 things. One, he needs to fix the indiscipline in the team. Because the ego in the team is out of this world. It's out of this world. Because if you look at it, it looks like they are playing for themselves, but Vinicius is not playing for Mbappe. Mbappe is not playing for anybody. Junior is not playing for... So they need that manager that will bring all their heads together. Because this was like, I love what Toyo say. When the manager comes and, he matches with the success of the players, you cannot look in the face of Jose Mourinho. Just like the Chelsea players too. What do you want to tell Alonso? He has won the league title. So he's coming to Chelsea and telling you, do this for me, and they will do it. So Jose Mourinho is coming with that kind of fatherly figure. Secondly, they need to fix that El Clasico mentality. I think Florentino Perez was very angry with Alonso. Yeah. He was beaten everywhere. In Saudi, he was beaten. Home and away, he was beaten. And that's the bragging rights compared with winning the title. Yeah. Because as a big team, as a big clubs, you need to win your biggest rival. And with what they did, winning that, of course, La Liga, they equaled the El Clasico, wins.
Chai.
And now
Abomination.
Abomination. After they've led with seven wins, now they are equal. So they need a manager that bring with that bragging rights and bring that sense of it. Because I don't see Mourinho at Real Madrid. And of course, Barcelona is coming to win the league with me. You can win it with another team. But that day, they will see the fight. You see that bragging rights. And again, it's coming, of course, to win titles.
All right.
Because they are starved with title. They are going with a drought. And this drought, if it continues like this, they can be Arsenal.
Sorry, my bad.
United.
My bad. Let's talk about the Premier League this season and how competitive the league is. In fact, while I was conducting my research, I discovered that the points tally to qualify for Europe this season is the lowest. No, for the Champions League in the EPL is the lowest in the last 20 years. The lowest to qualify to play in the Champions League. Has this season been the most competitive season in the English Premier League? At least in the last 2 decades.
I won't boil it down to being competitive. No doubt, yes, the competitiveness is there, but not so much. I think it's a generation era or a generation thing. Players now, for every team, you have maybe 1 or 2 standout players that are better than the other team. The name, it's the club. Oh, you look at Bayern Munich, yes. Don't forget that when the season started and you had punters, people placing their bets, they were losing at some point because they did not do their proper research in searching or looking at the names in that club at the moment. You're just using name. Oh, it's Real Madrid. Oh, it's this person. So the name of each clubs are still carrying these teams to an extent. But if you look at player for player to some extent, like you actually look at this critically, this era, we don't have special players like we used to have. Players that are clutch. We have few of them. Yes, you can mention a handful like from Mbappe to Haaland to
Bruno Fernandes.
Okay, maybe, but he's an outlier, right? You mentioned Harry Kane is already phasing out a bit. Maybe 2 or 3 more seasons for Bayern Munich. You mentioned the likes of Ousmane Dembele and Olise. But outside that clique, there's nobody else. Unlike the previous era, there was so much. When you leave the clique of Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar, there's still other tiers where you have the likes of Eden Hazard and co. Different eras. I remember when we mentioned the Barclays era of players, Atem Ben Arfa. These guys are skillful. They are good. They are basic. They are good average players. Very good. They are decent. The only problem is that they may not be able to cut it at big clubs because of the demand. But if you look at now, Saka has how many goals in the Premier League? 5 or 7 goals. That's poor for an attacker. But the team is covering him up, right? So that's the problem we're having. There are no special players in this era. There's a level of equilibrium right now for every player and for every team. So if you are capable of making it, why not go there, do your thing, and win trophies? Whether it's competitive or not. And also, there's another statistics this season. There is no more home advantage. The percentage of home advantage this season, in fact, in the last 2 to 3 seasons, have really dropped. Whether you're playing at the Emirates or you're playing at the Old Trafford or the Etihad,
anybody can be beaten.
Anybody can be beaten now.
Especially Old Trafford.
But I'm just saying, the statistics have really, really gone down. Unlike last 5 to 10 years, when it comes to home games, you're setting, even for punters, you're setting, this person's at home, put him straight win. This person's at home, put him straight win. But now, whether you're at home or you're away, in fact, there was one season Real Madrid had the best away record than playing at the Santiago Bernabeu.
Wow.
So that's how, I won't say terrible, but probably that's how leveled football is at the moment.
All right, interesting. Let's talk about Maresca. Quick question. Maresca replacing Pep Guardiola. Do you think it's a hit or a miss?
For Man City, it's hit. because it seems he knows the club. He has worked with Pep Guardiola. So it's like we are giving the mantle to a second position.
And he has also won something.
And of course,
So
and you know, in war, if the Oga of the war, the leader,
second in command, 2IC.
yeah, you have to come because they have the same experience. And that's why people are giving Arteta that, because he has not coached anywhere before Arsenal brought him. So they look, okay, fine. When you are under, a manager like Pep Guardiola, you won league with him, you can actually, translate to that. And he has been working for Arsenal. So for Maresca, not going to another club, but coming back to Man City to take what his manager, his master left on ground, I think is good. And you said, the level playing game is good. There's no player that is egocentric over the board. You come back with Semenyo, O'Reilly, the big guys are going, Stones going, Bernardo Silva is going. So maybe in a way it's going to be who's going to be the captain. So at the end of the day, look at the team is coming to manage our teams that are equal, our players are equal, and of course it's coming with enough titles. He has won titles. So it's a Conference League, he has won the Club World Cup. So for Maresca to Man City, I think it's a good one for them, but not for...
All right, so Sawa and Toyo, baby, I want to talk about legacy right now. You have Sir Alex Ferguson, who was at the helm of affairs for Manchester United for 26 years. And you have Pep Guardiola, who has won 20 trophies in 10 years. That man don't play FA Cup final, reach the point where they're supposed to just write his name for the FA Cup final.
For League Cup, sir.
League Cup. Hey, he has done the double this season,
Yeah.
But let's talk about, I don't know, maybe some people say it's too much. Pep Guardiola and Sir Alex Ferguson, who has the bigger Premier League legacy? The bigger Premier League legacy.
Of course, Sir Alex Ferguson is not even up for debate.
Bigger Premier League legacy.
Of course, now.
Because of 13 titles.
Yes, equal it now. Stay and equal it. Why are you running away?
But this man won 4 in a row.
He won 4 in a row. How many titles did he win in general?
20 titles.
No,
in 10 years.
He won.
No, not the Premier League. 20 titles in 10 years.
How many did Alex Ferguson win in 10 years?
26 years.
In 26 years, how many did he win?
In 26 years, he won 36 trophies.
Exactly.
Meaning
Pep Guardiola is
per percentage for Guardiola, it's 2 seasons per year.
36
trophies per year.
For Alex Ferguson, it's almost the same average.
It's one.
No,
it's
26
one per
years.
year.
26 years.
26 years.
It's one per year.
So 10 years.
He won 30 what?
36 and 26
titles. You understand? So, I mean, it's 1 and something. You understand? Because 36 by 26, 36 by 2 is 52. You understand? So, but forget that. Alex Ferguson is still, he won 13 titles. Pep Guardiola will live with a legacy, no doubt. He will live with 6. And he won 20 titles, 20, by the way, including 3 Carabao and 3 Community Shield. Because he insists on including
Alex
3 of
Ferguson
them.
has like 8 community shields.
That's what I'm saying. He includes 3 community shields as well. So he's saying that that's a title as well. So that's why he's 20. So, but give it to him. Don't take anything away from him. He deserves all that he has gotten for Manchester City. And the whole 115, count charge against them, tends to ridicule the success. Yeah, it tends to ridicule it because
I don't see it though.
It tends to ridicule it. That's the truth. Because
it would always feature in the conversation.
Anything built on fraud is fraud.
Sawa,
because I won it fair and square.
Not because no.
But those charges are there. That's the problem.
He won it fair and square. He hustled for it. He worked for it. The players worked for it. Yes.
I think maybe when he leaves, if there's any stain from the charges, and he's going to stain all the records.
When Juventus was sent to Serie B, didn't they win the league fair and square?
As far as I'm concerned,
didn't they win the league fair and square?
There's not going to be dent on.
Anything built on illegality is illegal.
So let me throw this to our viewers now. Do you think that the fact that this order of 115 charges, do you think it will diminish? No, let me not use the term diminish because it will look like there's no regard for his success. Do you think that somehow people would say, when we talk about Sir Alex Ferguson, because these 115 charges there, and everybody, the charges don't go.
Say now because we don't mention Alex Ferguson charges.
No, but how many charges Ferguson? This one 115 documented.
I know how
Ferguson alleged now because he's not
alleged,
documented.
okay.
No, but there is a book written to that effect.
That's a book. This one has documentation.
Sawadinho was talking
It was-
about
No,
that.
yes,
no,
there's nothing in
Yeah,
court.
no,
Nothing in
it's
court.
not-
There's
it's not-
nothing in
Nothing in
court.
court.
Because it's Ferguson.
There's nothing in
No,
court.
no,
This
there's-
one went
because
to
it's
court.
Ferguson.
This one they're still in court.
But, well, it's okay. Congratulations to...
Why have Man U not won anything since Ferguson left?
How has Man U not won anything?
We didn't
Carabao
win the
Cup
league.
and FA
Win the
Cup.
league.
Win
I'm
the
talking about
league,
winning
man.
the league.
Man U won the FA Cup. Now you should be
Carabao
asking
Cup.
Arsenal. This Arsenal, you should be asking this question.
2013 was
Since
when
Ferguson
United
left.
won the league last.
Bruno Fernandes, 20 assists.
That's the trophy.
Congratulations to Enzo Maresca. You know, it's confirmed he's going to lead Manchester City
It's the beginning of
next
their
season.
wilderness experience.
It is the beginning of their
Enzo
wilderness
Maresca
experience.
has not gotten to the level where he will coach Manchester City.
He has won the Club World Cup.
It was a fluke.
Was it a fluke?
It was a fluke. It was a fluke.
Playing that number of games is not a fluke.
It was a fluke, in my opinion. He will not. At least one thing that will happen next season is that Man City will not win a trophy next season.
Man City would not win a trophy.
Man City will not win a trophy next season. A single
Is that,
trophy
not, is
next
that
season.
not too much?
Enzo Maresca has been confirmed as Man City boss, right?
Yes.
Man City will not win a trophy next season.
So what if he wins the EPL?
He will-
Are you saying
Which
Arsenal will
EPL?
do back-to-back
Which
EPL titles?
EPL? Man City will not even be in the top 3 in the EPL next
Oh,
season.
come on. That's too much.
We'll be here
That's
to.
a-
I'll be here to
that's a
remind you.
stretch.
All right.
Enzo Maresca, he will handle the ego in that dressing room, right? He will handle it. You think it's Chelsea Boy Scout? This is a team that is winning every year. You think he can deal with that
And
pressure?
he loves to win too.
He came with
How many
Chelsea. He
years
came
at
to
Chelsea
Chelsea
won
that has
two trophies?
not won anything. You understand? That
And
was trying to
won.
get, and he won. But he's come to a team now where the pressure is more than what it is at Chelsea. He will not win a trophy for if he will be there for 2 years. He will not win for 2 years. I don't think he will see the first season out. It's the beginning of their wilderness experience.
He can win the Premier
They
League.
should have gone for a more experienced manager than Enzo Maresca. They will not be in the title. In fact, as a matter of fact, Arsenal should be celebrating.
So who is the more experienced?
Arsenal should be celebrating right now.
So back-to-back Premier League
Premier League
titles.
titles, yeah. Arsenal should be celebrating right now.
All right, so our viewers, do you think Arsenal would win the Premier League title next season? And do you think that Enzo Maresca is the right choice? Because Sawa is saying they should have gone for a more experienced manager, somebody that has won the Club World Cup.
Who is more experienced at the moment? For a Madrid to go back to Jose Mourinho and not still, probably be enticed by all these new school coaches. They have to go back to the drawing board. Okay, come and have a reboot here. Come and restart something. Then when you leave, we can now work on on the foundation you've laid.
Yeah.
It's not that easy. Besides, if you look at the pool of coaches right now, who is there? Alonso is already at Madrid, at
want me to
Chelsea.
give you names?
Arteta is at Arsenal.
You want me to give you names?
Please go, Pochettino.
There is
Profile.
Mauricio Pochettino.
I know you're going to mention Pochettino. What has Pochettino achieved? What has he won? At the US national team, he didn't do anything.
See what
US national team, what do they win?
At Chelsea, what did he win?
What did who win?
Pochettino.
How long did he say in Chelsea?
It doesn't matter, but what did he win?
How long did he say that?
Enzo Maresca took one season
Did he
and he won
finish
the
his season?
conference
Did he-
and he
No,
won the
no,
Club
no,
World
he
Cup.
didn't finish his
I
season
think-
at Chelsea.
He did finish his season
did
at
not
Chelsea.
finish
He
his
did
season.
now. He spent one season.
I
The following
think-
season he was sacked.
I think Man City are trying to, how will I put it now?
Rebuild.
Not really rebuild. They're trying to take someone who knows them very well. Like Man United, we talk about who knows the club. Don't forget, Maresca left Pep Guardiola and went to Leicester City and won the title and got them promoted. Before Chelsea now saw what he has done and brought them back to the Premier League. So for me, I think because he has worked with Pep Guardiola, he has worked with the team, he knows all the internal politics in that team, has won titles with a lesser team, has won titles with a big team. I think if you look at it with what I've mentioned
He'll be
and
successful.
knowing the culture of the club, I think is the best. It can be a failure. It can be a success. But what has laid down, knowing the club, winning trophies, knowing the internal politics of the club, I think is a perfect fit to replace Pep Guardiola.
All right, interesting. Tell us if you think that Maresca is the perfect fit to replace Pep Guardiola in the comment section. Let's proceed. So let's talk about the UEFA Champions League.
Yeah.
Last season's final saw PSG defeat Inter Milan 5-0. This season, they played out a 5-4 win against Bayern Munich. Now, Arsenal has never won the UEFA Champions League. Who would win the UEFA Champions League this season and why? Let's Sawa answer last because they have never won the Champions League. Toyo baby, let me start with you. Sorry. Toyo baby, let me start with you.
It's a very tricky one.
Is it really tricky?
It is.
Somebody has never won it too.
It doesn't matter. Paris Saint-Germain's first, I don't know if I'm correct, but when was their first Champions League final? Was it the one against Bayern?
Bayern Munich.
Okay, so I'm correct then. The COVID one, right? They lost. Their second attempt, they won it. That's the reason why I feel somehow my left chest, is feeling like Arsenal might just do this. Their very first one.
But the second attempt was not too far from the first. These people, their second attempt is 20 years.
It doesn't matter. Their very first experience was against Barca as far back as 2003 or so. They lost. Yeah, 2006, sorry. They lost. Yes, we complained about Henry missing so many chances. This time around, it's going to be their second time. They are more mature now. And Sawa said something.
Are they mature?
Yes, to an extent, they're more matured now. And Sawa said something the last time we spoke, talking about how for every year they progress. They do better than the previous season, which is very evident. Yes, the moment they qualified for the Champions League for the first time in how many years, they moved from just the group phase to the quarterfinals, from quarterfinals to semi, and now maybe they just
they will lose the final. That's better than semi-final now.
Come on. There's no point getting to the final. Like Sunday Olise will tell me, nobody remembers that you played the final. They only remember the winner.
But we remember that they beat Madrid home and away last season. Or they remember.
All I'm saying is both sides are very good. One, very attacking, all out attacking, but they concede a lot of goals. The other, very astute in defense. They are very solid. Tactically too, they are solid. So we're going to see a tactical play between Enrique and Mikel Arteta. Now, who has the superior tactics, or who has the, not just tactics alone, the final motivation that you can push your team through, that, okay, if tactics fail, can you by yourself think outside the box to do some magic? It's left for that to be seen on that final day. But at the end of the day, I'm still kind of tipping Arsenal to win their very first Champions League final.
Interesting. Pooja, do you share that same view?
Well, I think, I share what Toyo said. I think it's balanced because both teams have defeated themselves. They know themselves. Last season we saw how they played themselves. But, for Enrique, you can say you have the edge because he actually used them to qualify, for the final, which, of course, Arsenal didn't do. So if we look at Arsenal, they are a grown team. Forget what is going on. You can talk about, keeping 20 clean sheets in the Premier League is not beans. It's a big achievement. I think we are saying this because of, maybe people don't like Arteta, people don't like Arsenal. If Jose Mourinho achieved this at maybe Chelsea or Man United, look at Man United fans about
even
Bruno
in the Champions League, they concede very few
look
goals.
at Man United fans about Bruno Fernandes. They are doing as if the 20 assists is like a trophy. And that shows the level of the importance of this, what these players and teams are doing. Yeah. So for Arteta, they just need to be themselves. They don't have to change anything in the final. The way they'll be playing, like you said, solid defense, play your solid defense. If you want to do counter, do counter. I know, of course, Enrique. He said he watches his team from the crane, so he can see everything. So he can do anything on that day.
Yeah.
Because against Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena, he did like he wants to play. They score me, I score you. And close shop, like Musa. So what happened to Bayern Munich? They were dumbfounded. They didn't know what happened. So if Arteta wants to do what he wants to do, don't even care about what they will do. Just continue with your pattern that have gotten you so far this tournament. Look at what they did against Atletico Madrid. That was a show of identity Arsenal. They didn't do more than themselves. Xabi, you are coming, block shop and score. That's all. And that's what they were doing even against West Ham and against Burnley. So for that final, for that luck to come, they need that motivation extra from the manager. And I think Arsenal will edge it.
Incoming.
And nobody even cares about how you win it. Just win.
Nobody cares.
One thing that will not happen on the 30th of May is for Arsenal to lose.
Okay.
It will never.
That one,
They don't make you humble.
analysis that one be like now prophecy.
Arsenal, it's not prophecy.
Now,
Arsenal will
permission.
not lose against PSG on the 30th of May. The league done and dusted. The players will rest and have their mind focused on that game.
Yeah.
And hopefully, my only prayer is that Arteta doesn't overthink it. If Arteta doesn't overthink it, Ben White is out for the season. Jurgen Timber will not be match fit. I know. Just go with Mosquera right back. Play your normal Gabriel Saliba. You can go with Hinkapie left back. David Raya in goal. Play with two midfielders in Rice and Miles Lewis Kelly. You can start Odegaard ahead of them, in front of them.
What was Zubimendi?
No, don't play him. Don't play him.
Don't play Zubimendi.
Don't start him. Don't play him. You understand?
I think he's suffering from mental block.
Lewis Kelly ahead of Zubimendi right now. I mean, I've been calling for it for the longest time, not because he's playing right now. I've had videos, many. I've been calling for him. He has the brave, he's brave enough to hold on to the ball and move and progress with the ball. He intercepts the ball more. Zubimendi doesn't know how to hit a good pass under pressure. You understand? He cost us the game against Manchester United and a few more others. Then go with Saka up front, Saka to the right. Victor Gyökeres leads the line, and maybe Trossard to the left or Eze to the left, whatever. Don't overthink it. We have the materials. Hopefully nobody has any knock in training or whatever. Stay fresh. There is no way on God's green earth that PSG will get a win against Arsenal. And I am not saying that. See, I'm very confident. I am very, very, very confident.
Yeah.
Arsenal will beat PSG. The game will be done in the first half.
In fact, that game has been played.
Arsenal will beat PSG. See, it might not be a high-scoring game. We might just score 2 in the first half and that's it. You understand? We might just score 2 in the first half and that's it. And if you're thinking Arsenal will sit back, they will not sit back. They will. Of course, we have a very solid defense. Offensively, we're good as well. We won't sit back. Bring it on. We take it back to you. We take the fire to you. I think you have a good defense in Mendes and the rest of them. Let's see who got the better defense. You understand? But that game will be done in the first half. PSG will never get a win against Arsenal.
All right, interesting.
Let me just say this. I think, because of Arsenal, we think they are very solid defensively. They are as well as good as they are, attacking as well. If you look at the goals they score, look at Man City. Man City has just scored like 2 goals or 3 goals more than them in the league.
True.
And we are looking at a team that have kept 20 clean sheets in the league. And teams that have not kept as much as that and have been also, ultra attacking, they've not had more goals than this Arsenal we are talking about. Yeah. So if you look at it in a way, I think Arsenal is the more balanced team going into the final.
So your prediction for that final game?
Arsenal to win.
Arsenal to win. Scoreline?
It will be difficult. I don't want scoreline. Just Arsenal to win.
All right. Toyo, baby?
Like I said earlier, I think Arsenal will win this one. Maybe 2-1. I think both teams will score, not the 2-0.
PSG will not score. 2-0 Arsenal.
Score. I think both teams. You
PSG
can't keep that. You can't keep that front three at bay.
PSG will not. They won't score. They won't have up to 5 shots on target. They won't have up to 3 shots on target.
Paris Saint-Germain.
Kwara Stella from Kwara State.
They won't have up to 3 shots on target.
They won't have maximum 3 shots on target.
I think PSG should be wary of set piece.
They will not
Arsenal
score.
are masters of set piece. So I think that's another angle that Arsenal can exploit.
PSG will not have more than 3 shots on target.
PSG will not score.
PSG will score as far as I'm concerned.
They will not score. 2-0 Arsenal. Or we'll just make it 3.
All right.
You come back here now.
No problem. We'll be here to remind you, Sawa.
We'll celebrate together.
Wow, interesting. Luis Enrique, you don't hear that now. That crane when you did. They there well, Sawa don't say go past 3 shots and PSG will not score. It will be interesting. But if you go buy a shawarma, if you know work.
If you know work, no. If you know work, everybody will go ask. If you work, I'll buy you beer.
Interesting.
Get explosive on at random. Introducing Bet Boom. Get massive odds on any sports bet, however you play. Singles, multiples, in play. Zoom. It's time to boom your bet. Available now, only on Bet Naija.
Welcome to Bet Boom, where I share the most impressive Bet Boom slips. Tickets that are boomed on Bet Boom. Cut your Bet Naija. Stand the chance to win up to 1 billion naira. Not be mouth at the make, not be cho. Evidence day. And I'm going to give you examples. So this punter made a stake of 3,500 naira on 4.95 odds to win 17,321 naira 77 kobo. Yes, because Bet Naija will pay you even up to your kobo. Bet Naija boom that ticket to 173,217 naira 66 kobo. Somebody shout boom. This next punter made a stake of 20,000 naira on 2.85 odds to win 57,9 97 naira 4 kobo. Bet Naija boom that ticket to 285,485 naira 20 kobo. Somebody shout boom. Interestingly, this next punter placed 15,000 naira on 13.55 odds to win 213,352 naira. Bet Naija boom that ticket to 640,055 naira 99 kobo. Somebody shout boom. You know I always tell you about bet freeze. This person used bet freeze and the thing come turn to big blessing on top of bet boom. This punter placed a stake of 24,929 naira on a stake of 0.89 odds. The punter now froze 2 games. You know the bet freeze feature where you go freeze games, talk say in case this team lose or something happen for the game, it no go affect my money. Now what did the person do? So the person use feature when make life easy for am and the ticket still come boom. Imagine expecting 22,062 naira 71 kobo and you wake up to boom and you see 1,103,135 naira 46 kobo. Now only Bet Naija dey run am. Somebody shout boom, 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 boom. Welcome back to the Home Talk Podcast brought to you by Bet Naija, your home of Bet Boom. It is the hot tip segment. Most of the leagues would have their last game this weekend. Look out for some interesting games. We would see Brighton versus Manchester United. There is Liverpool at home against Brentford. Man City take on Aston Villa and Arsenal travel to Selhurst Park to play Crystal Palace. In the Spanish La Liga, Real Madrid play host to Athletic Bilbao and Valencia play host to Barcelona. Hopefully, Ademola Lookman, would represent well when they travel against Villarreal. In the Italian Serie A, it will be interesting final day because these teams really need to win. Roma away against Verona. There is Juventus away against Torino. There is Napoli at home against Udinese. And the champions, Inter Milan, maybe chasing that record equaling number of points, will do the business against Bologna. Let us put our money where our mouth is. Now, please, just tell me how we should stake.
Straight, just call the games.
Yes, tell me how we should stake. You're on fire. Let's win. We're winning this time around. Brighton versus Manchester United.
Brighton win either half.
Brighton win either half.
Brighton win. I want to say Brighton win full time, but let me do either half.
They've won their home and away.
They've knocked them out of the FA Cup.
Liverpool versus Brentford. This game is a must win for Liverpool.
It's a must win for Brentford as well.
Liverpool straight win.
But Liverpool at home, at Anfield. Liverpool straight win. Madrid versus Bilbao.
Madrid will win.
Madrid will win.
Okay.
Madrid will win.
Last game.
Verona versus Roma. Roma need that game.
Roma X2.
Okay. Lazio versus Pisa. Lazio also needs that game.
Lazio straight win.
Okay. Lazio straight win. I'll be winning that half.
Straight win.
Lazio straight win. Cremonese versus Como.
Como win.
Como win either half.
Como win. They need to cement their Champions League place.
They need to. They really need to.
They will win.
Como
Juventus made a very big mistake. Como win. Then Real Betis versus Levante.
Over 1.
Betis win.
Betis win at home. Interesting. You go see the code for screen. Go on top of Bet Naija, go run am. As we don't give you, we don't blow life into am. Welcome to the Prediction Guru segment, where to be crowned a guru, all you need to do is to predict correctly the outcome of 3 games. In the past, I used to give you 5 games and tell you to tell me the correct scoreline. Bet Naija called me to say, husband material, stop stressing my people. I have cash prize, I have merchandise, plenty of woof to give to them. Let it be only 3 games and let it be the correct outcome. What does this mean? It means that I will give you 3 games and you tell me which team would win, which game would end in a draw, and which team would lose. It is that simple. Now take the games. Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. Valencia versus Barcelona. Torino versus Juventus. Tell me which team would win, which game would end in a draw, and which team would lose, so that you can be crowned the prediction guru and win fantastic prizes courtesy of Bet Naija. Thank you so much.
Always.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm really very grateful. Thank you very much. That is all on the Home Talk Podcast brought to you by Bet Naija, your home of Bet Boom.